What is a t-test? The t-test is a test normally performed to indicate one's agility.
What is agility? Agility is the ability to stop, start, and change the direction of the body or body parts rapidly and in a controlled manner. This is a chart from the Tops End Sports website. This chart is based off the overall population tested, characterized by excellent, good, average, poor, and gender.
This is the normative data present within the Essentials of Strength and Conditioning 3rd edition's handbook. This normative data takes into consideration the activity or sport, and the t-test results in seconds for the average participant. For this experiment, you will need 4 cones.
For this experiment, you will need a tape measure.
And you will need a stopwatch to measure your athlete's time. To set up a t-test, make sure to have a wide flat space, preferably 30 feet squared. Make sure the space has a good traction with the athlete's shoes. Once 30 square feet is obtained, use the measuring tape to measure 10 yards between cone A and cone B. Afterwards, measure out 5 yards or 15 feet horizontally between cone B and cone C. Finally, measure 5 yards or 15 feet horizontally between cone B and cone D on the opposing side of cone B. Use the stopwatch to time your athlete's performance in seconds. After appropriately setting up the cones with the approximate distances in between them, this is what the t-test should look like set up correctly. Have the athlete begin at the A cone. Then, after a signal, have the athlete sprint forward 10 yards till they reach cone B. Once at cone B, have the athlete touch the base of the cone B with the right hand and shuffle left until they reach cone C, where they will touch the base with the left hand. Then they will shuffle to the right 10 yards to the D cone, where they will touch it with the base of the right hand, then shuffle left all the way back to the B cone, and they will touch it with the left hand and sprint backwards facing forward until they reach cone A, at which point the timer stopped.
Scoring and interpretation. Scoring. The test is scored based on the time it takes an athlete to complete each t-test in seconds.
According to Chris Kruger from the TSC, the t-test should be performed 4 times with 2-minute rest periods in between each drill. The best time should then be recorded. T-test interpretations. The t-test interpretations are based on the average time it takes any athlete in a specific sport to successfully complete the test. From there, one can determine the athlete's weaknesses, such as a weakness on the start-stop time or a weakness in the change in direction, and work on improving the component from there. The time it takes for the athlete to complete the t-test should then be compared to the average t-test completion scores based on the sport-specific activity or task. Reasons for disqualification of a trial. The athlete crosses one foot in front of the other instead of shuffling the feet. The number 2 reason for disqualification is the athlete fails to touch the base of the cone during the t-test. The 3rd reason for disqualification normally includes failure to face forward during the entire test. Additional preparations. An athlete should consider a general warm-up or a specific warm-up. The general warm-up includes a low-intensity activity for 5 to 10 minutes. A specific warm-up includes dynamically stretching for 8 to 10 minutes while enduring the full range of motion that will be used in the t-test.
Make sure the athlete is properly hydrated prior to testing. If outside, make sure the environment is suitable for testing low humidity. Test on dry, even surface. Make sure the athlete has proper athletic wear such as shoes with good traction and workout attire.
Alternative equipment. If cones are not available, other 5-yard or 10-yard markers could be used, such as tape or any other visible marker that contains a base. The use of yardsticks or football field yard lines could also be used in place of measuring tape to measure the distance between the cones or the markers.